Isn't it amazing how the community works? Not too many days ago we were trying to duplicate items by just placing an arrow and a single item per item per item. It would take ages to actually manage to pull that off. And then somehow we managed to find a new way to duplicate items that it had a restriction of just having 21 items per duplication method because of limitations that we had. And there I was trying to bypass those limitations by using apples, transmutating apples. Well, now all of that is that much easier. The method has become that much easier, but I do advise for you to stay in here in this little conversation with RPJames, because I am going to give you some little extras that you can do to make this thing work and to get the most out of this glitch. The very first thing to do is the method. You're going to paraglide, you're going to pause the menu, and then you're going to hold 5 items in your inventory that you're trying to duplicate. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the end of the inventory. You're not going to transmutate the items that are beside it. You're not going to be using anything else, just 5 items. Then after that, this is the most important step of them all. You're going to press Y and you're going to press B at the same time. It has to be at the very exact same time. If you press Y 1 millisecond faster, or you press B 1 millisecond faster, it is not going to work. And maybe probably if you start trying to make this method and it doesn't work for you, that is probably why. It has to be really fast, really fast. And as you can see, I dropped my items. I do have that many more. I used to have 58, now I have 63, because I duplicated 5 of those items. Another thing to have in mind is that if you want to actually do this in a fast succession, it is going to be a little bit more difficult, because it's going to rearrange the menu. And you're going to realize that the method actually did work, because when you drop the rest of the items, you still have the same amounts that you were holding initially. So for example, if I do the method and then press back here, I will see that I have 63 instead of the 5 that I have already dropped. One more thing to have in mind is that you can only have 21 items on the ground, and that is something that remains. That is something that you do need to have in mind. So even if you're sorting your items, you're dropping multiple times, the most amount of times that you are going to be able to do the method is going to be 4. So for example, there we go, that's 1, then we go 2, then we try to find the item again, which is going to be a little bit tricky because again we are rearranging the inventory. This is going to be 3, and then finally this is going to be 4. You're going to stop right here, you're going to pick up everything that you drop down, and then you can begin again. This is when you begin again. And as you can see, it has been just like 3 or 4 minutes, and we have already 82 of that specific item. One final thing, note, and recommendation that I would give you is that if this is not working for you, this is confirmed to be working on patch 1.1.1. It's going to be working on this patch. So one consideration, if you're not playing in this patch, then update your game and start trying to get this glitch working on patch 1.1.1. Another thing to have in mind is that I would advise for you to disable the automatic updating of your Nintendo Switch, because if they roll a patch that fixes this, then you're going to be locked out of this glitch. Right now the game is working perfectly for everyone in this version of the game, and this is where we want to be sitting, this is where we want to be staying. If they roll a patch and we somehow manage that the glitch doesn't work in that patch, then by all means you can just remain in your single patch that you are right now, 1.1.1, and just forget about everything else. That is basically everything that you have to know. If you like the content, like and it's super appreciated. No one still today, you're a gorgeous and beautiful person. You are indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. Have a beautiful day, and goodbye.
Dale, Zelda, dale, pásame la trifuerza que tengo hambre. Tráeme una botella de soda grande, que me están esperando la prieta en Gerudo Valley. Dale, Zelda, dale, pásame la trifuerza que tengo hambre. Y tráeme una botella